Welcome, residents, to the Dr. DC podcast. My name is producer Richard, and across from me is the doctor himself.
Hello. Well, I mean, beside it down a bit.
I mean, it's like, because I'm facing you, so
Kitty corner.
yeah. I'm not like pointing my like body at you,
I
but
didn't like that.
we're
Stop gesticulating my way.
back. It's the new year.
We're back, baby. We made it through Docmas, through Final Docmas.
And you listened to every episode of it.
Yeah, because every episode made it.
That's right. We didn't miss anything.
There's never been a gap.
We've never missed any Docmas episodes ever.
No, this is certainly, I mean, it's so fitting.
The amount that I was like, fuck, I've been here before.
It was actually kind of perfect.
I know.
And if this is to be our final Docmas,
Yeah, this is. I was like, I don't want to plan this, but
very, very funny.
it did fully just happen unintentionally.
What I loved about this Docmas is that you could tell it was bad in the last episode.
Sure, yeah.
All the deferred drinks
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
shit like that.
God, I had just chugged so many.
I want to assure people that Richard was like dying for days after Docmas.
Oh, I'm still shitting myself. Yeah,
well, no. Do you know what? I was going to save it for the Patreon because it's Personal Confessions Month.
Oh my god, it is.
But I'll you know what? Just to give a little taste.
Oh my god.
To entice people to the Patreon.
Yeah, are you gonna talk about how people think I'm cool?
No, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my shit.
What?
So over this holiday,
As long as you
break,
don't send me a photo of it,
I couldn't if I wanted to.
because it's an exchange.
Because this shit
Was unphotographable.
pretty much.
There's no camera that big.
Well, no, it was. Well, I'll tell you.
Oh, okay, all right. Paint me a picture, but don't actually.
Paint me like one of your French ships. Over the break, I really like to like lock down, like home time. We're doing puzzles. We're building Legos.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going out. No one's coming to see me.
But you, classic go out guy.
Well, yeah, I'm a real social butterfly type.
Yeah, especially when he's alone and then can go to a place on himself.
I love to go out and stand outside of a restaurant and wonder whether or not I'm brave enough to do it.
And not call your friends.
I'll never call my friends.
No, God.
I forgot about that.
Sorry. Lockdown.
So we're locked down. But because of that, I'm not doing my normal routine. My normal routine is like hit the drive-through, go to work. I'm tired of looking at the screen, go for a walk, get a coffee, blah, blah, blah. I'm not buying pop really over the holidays.
Sure,
I'm
yeah.
not really drinking as much of that and that sort of thing. And I realize
You shit a diamond.
I've gone 5 days without caffeine.
Sure.
And normally my intake is like 3 or 4 extra large coffees a day.
Oh my God.
Maybe a soda in there too.
Oh my God.
I consume a lot of caffeine.
I didn't realize you did that.
And what happened is I had a full, I shit you not, like detox.
Oh my God. By accident.
At
yeah.
one point over the holidays, I was like fevery shaking, like
What?
down here. I was like, why is no one else sick? I thought I had the flu. I was like, why is no one else getting this? And I was like losing I couldn't sleep. I was like,
Oh my God.
and then I thought about it and I was like, I know what this, like, it's happened to my wife before when she kind of kicked it or whatever. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, my body's like detoxing from caffeine.
Holy shit.
But part of what the after effect of that is for 5 full days in a row,
Yeah.
I only shit water.
Oh my God.
Like, and what I mean is I didn't just have diarrhea.
Sure.
And it's not just that I wasn't going shit.
Yeah.
Every day, 6 or 7 times a day,
Oh my God.
I shat like a cup of water.
Oh my God.
It was, and I'll tell you, that lasted for 5 days. I'm about 4-ish days out from that, and my shits still aren't back to normal.
Are you back on coffee?
No,
Interesting.
I'm not, because I was like, maybe I'll get back to, but like my shits are still, I would say, thin and yellow. You know when you get the thin yellow.
Oh,
hot
like
snakes?
a ghost in a box.
Like a ghost in a box. I mean, honestly,
Oh my god.
but well, solid's maybe the wrong word. They're a shape.
Oh, Jesus.
But truly, I went 5 days just shitting water
oh my god.
to the point where, and this, I mean, we're all TMI at this point.
Yeah, don't hold back now.
To the point where at home, when guests aren't here or whatever, like I'm a big guy, and to true big guy tropes, I'm like gassy. I fart, I burp.
Sure.
Shit happens. But I couldn't trust the farts
Oh man.
because it was just water. I was shitting water. So it's like, if I fart, water will come out. I can
my
stop
God.
shit. But like, so that's partly also, so then my stomach was hurting because I'm holding all the gas in, and then I would like shit 7 cups of water a day.
Oh my God.
It's like, it was insane.
No wonder your pee's so dark.
Yeah, I mean, truly, so dehydrated.
Jesus.
Other than that, I had a great holiday. And just imagine, that's what I'm willing to share on the free feed.
Oh my god. I can't wait to find out.
So
that's wild.
Yeah, it's
I have because my body has now been so trained that like I only really like to shit when I get to work.
Right.
To the point where it's like the second that I have like a sip of coffee and sit down at my desk, I'm like, it's time to go.
Right.
And so I haven't not. I've gone to the bathroom since like for the last 2 weeks, but it like this morning was my first real full day. Like I went a little bit last week to work, but not
Right.
really. Like this was like me 7 a.m. in the office.
Sure.
And I was like, oh no. I probably went to like the bathroom 6 times this morning. Like, and it was just, they were just getting more and more hot snaky.
Not to be totally gross about this.
Oh, because now we're
At
gonna,
this point.
Yeah.
Do you ever have the thing where you go to take a shit and you know it's there? You got to push it a little bit.
Yeah.
But then it's just a little shit, but it blasts out with a full fart behind it. And it kind of feels like you're achieving liftoff.
I mean, no.
Oh, because I didn't have 3 of those at work today.
No.
I'm still not back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, we can
Although
talk.
I am having a rum and, well, it's a Coke Zero, but it still has caffeine. So I guess
sure.
I'm having a little bit.
No, I do.
I normally drink so much though. Like my coffee intake's insane.
I do 1 extra large in the mornings on a work day, and occasionally I've been trying to do like a coffee in the afternoon just to like wake myself up while I'm at work and
Right.
not take an afternoon nap, but it's not really doing any good.
Sure.
Still ended up taking a nap today. But it's interesting because while I'm not working, I'll do like a medium cup in the morning, and then I'm good for the rest of the day. Like I don't
Right.
typically need it. The sun helps. Like I'm about to go to Hawaii next week, and I'll probably be fine. Like I won't need a nap or anything like that. But the darkness definitely affects me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I've been playing a lot of Dave the Diver, so I've been awake.
Yeah. I haven't downloaded it yet.
It's so fun.
That's because my kid's been hugging the Switch.
Well, bitch.
What the fuck?
It doesn't invoke any of the like thalassophobia,
Which is so funny. That feels like the last game you should play.
Yeah, no. I think because it's like flat 2D, like pixel animation, it like
Right.
doesn't bring any of that kind of stuff up for me.
Abstracted enough.
You should listen to the Gabrus episode of Get Played where they talk about Dave the Diver.
I might have.
You maybe already did, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great episode. But that game is so much fun because I've just been like, I downloaded so many fucking games over the holiday break trying to find something to play.
Sure, yeah.
Because I'm just like, I need something. And I tried I fucking got the new Dragon Age game thinking that would be it.
Right.
Didn't do it. Like, I downloaded so many games. I'm just like, I need something that's not Baldur's Gate because I can't play that game again. And I'm like, but like nothing scratches the itch. But Dave the Diver's done it. Like it's
Interesting.
it's scratched the itch enough. Like
Yeah.
every time
Are there like fuckable companions in Dave the Diver? Is that what it is?
oh yeah, Bancho the sushi maker. I want
Yeah.
to fuck him.
Yeah, it's just like Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, there's a lot of women who talk down to you. It works. A lot of Korean? I think they're Korean. Probably shouldn't ask. Anyways, yeah, we're back.
We're back.
for as long as we're back.
It's the new year. It's the new us.
That's right. We're new. Better than we were before.
It's 2025. What could go wrong?
Nothing.
We're recording this on January 6th.
Oh my God. Is it that?
The election got certified.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the thing that I wish they had done it, which was like he could have resigned on January 5th
Oh, yeah.
and made her the 47th president, and then all of their merch would have to get ruined.
I mean, that's kind of fun.
I do love that idea. They didn't do it, but
Yeah, like the American election got certified today. The
Oh, yeah.
Canadian Prime Minister resigned today.
what 2025?
2025 is going to go swimming.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Maybe the fucking leader of the bloc will be elected.
Well, I mean, if they ran candidates outside of Quebec, they might.
Yeah, very funny. He did. Did you see him speak about it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, people outside of Canada don't get this, but we have a party that only gives a shit about Quebec.
Yeah.
And
It's as if, like-
at one point they were so dominant in that province, they were still the official opposition. They had the second most number of seats in the House.
That's wild.
In
to
the,
have
in the Chrétien days.
Yeah.
The bloc was it was Gilles Duceppe or not Gilles Duceppe, it was Pierre Bouchard was the leader of the opposition.
that'd be like, the governor of fucking California only ever cared about California.
Britain's got that though. That's the SNP, right? Like if the
is that?
SNP got enough votes to be the opposition,
And where are they for?
well, Scotland.
Oh, wild.
Yeah. So like, but Britain kind of gets it, but like at any rate, things are going great up here.
Yeah, maybe we'll need to get a one-man army.
Yeah, I need one more.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man.
Acceptable candidate.
Yes, actually, I do need one more acceptable candidate. That's good.
Thank you.
That was good.
I fucking pulled that out of my
I
ass.
really like that. Can you work that into the news?
We're beginning the OMAC project. One more
I
acceptable
know it's
candidate.
not challenge month, but I'll give you $100 to get the word OMAC into the news.
If I actually wrote stuff, then maybe.
Nope, this is part of the challenge.
I mean, I could technically make a house ad.
Go to the editor and you go like, is this anything? One more acceptable candidate?
candidates. Yeah, let's start the OMAC project.
I'll just leave that there.
Yeah. I mean, that is how I work, but I do that. What's funny is that when people send me like classified documents, sometimes
yeah.
I'll get them as like text messages and I'll print them out and then just leave them on the editor's desk.
Oops.
Ooh, where did this come from? I even get to like cross out people's names and stuff, and like it feels very like spy sometimes.
That's very cool.
It's pretty rad. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give you $100 if you in the context of an article about the Canadian like upcoming election that we'll obviously have in the spring.
Yeah, in March. Yeah.
The election will be in April. The Parliament's prorogued until the end of March.
Yeah.
They'll call it. An election is like 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It might even be in May.
Unless the Governor General forces Trudeau out earlier, but
Well, she can't. She already prorogued.
oh, did she? Oh, okay.
She prorogued. They're prorogued until March.
Wild.
Let's hash this all over.
Yeah. This is good, right?
We can talk about anything.
Not yet.
So great segue.
Oh,
One more acceptable candidate. What does that spell?
that's the OMAC project.
OMAC, baby. We're talking about
One-man army.
one-man army corps, omni-minded community, one machine like assault command.
That's
There's
right.
all sorts of different
Yes.
versions of the acronym over time, but we're talking about OMAC this week.
Which we talked about before when we talk about Kirby, but never like specifically this.
Totally. And you actually owned the
Got 'em all.
complete 8-issue original run of OMAC.
One of my prized possessions.
It's pretty cool. you know?
Yeah.
It's a weird Kirby artifact. I mean, name a
I was
Kirby-
going to say, I'm like, you can
name
just say it's a Kirby artifact.
That's
Yeah.
not weird. Especially the DC ones. Like Marvel gets more of, I would say, normal Kirby.
It got stand a bit, yeah, but
Yeah. But at DC, he was like, "There's no fucking stand to
That's right.
to norm me down."
that's right. I can be as weird as I want for a conservative old Jew.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Kirby.
That's right.
So, yeah,
everybody loves me.
We're talking about OMAC. So I know you have these books. I think it came up during Docmas.
Yeah.
You have not read them.
No. But I like them because I like Kirby's art.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really what it is for me. It's about the art.
And there's that really kind of like like the way that the OMAC is packaged, like the legs up in the box.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's all the weird Kirby shit. I
I
fucking
mean,
love that
and
stuff so
yeah,
much.
it's Kirby space, Kirby sci-fi is all my favorite shit.
But it's that original idea was there's the Global Peace Agency.
This is what's funny is that OMAC is a peace project.
It's like a near future where corporate interests create like ongoing wars and stuff. Like, I wonder if we're living in it. And the Global Peace Agency is like, it's too crazy to have armies out there. So we've developed these like one-man army things. So Brother Eye is this satellite that beams this like technology down to Buddy Blank, who becomes OMAC and can go solve things. He has kind of like, I mean, he's sort of a like, he'll like punch you and be like, yeah, how do you like that, you piece of shit? But he's also like, he doesn't have a gun. He won't kill. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like there's like it's weird. It's a very Kirby thing of like, how satisfying is it to punch people who deserve it? But also, shouldn't we wish for a better world? Like,
yes.
It does kind of try to have it.
But it's a guy who like fought the Nazis, like, yeah.
and was right to, but there is this kind
Well,
of like,
I don't know. That's the jury's still out.
Jesus, oh my God. Looks like someone's making a play for the conservative leadership.
Look, I'm just saying, we need a new PM.
Yikes. Yikes. But yeah, I thought it'd be a fun thing to talk about. OMAC, a weird character with a weird design.
A thing I couldn't believe that we hadn't already done, to be honest, you know?
That weird mohawk and like the blue and red and gold, like feels, and all the Kirby's like geometric shit, like with
Oh,
the
totally.
gods
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So we actually,
I'll be right back. Sorry.
what the shit is this? From the fucking bowels of your bag? Are you fucking kidding me? You just... I was just served.
Yep.
I was served a fucking coupon. An outstanding coupon?
There's no date on them.
This is fucked. The Reverse Flash.
That's right.
Redeemable for an instant. It was me off. Loser must perform the entirety of the thought song. That's insane.
And you know what's great is it was free, Barry.
Well, you know, I'm off coffee, so it was tea, Barry.
I think you tried to say you were shitting, but it was pee, Barry.
Yeah, well, you know, that was option A, but it was B, Barry.
Yeah, the consistency was honestly a little viscous. It was ghee, Barry.
In other news, you got my daughter a karaoke machine.
Oh, yeah.
She's been singing like it was Glee, Barry.
Honestly, the only problem is that she was in the wrong key, Barry.
Fuck. Are you not hot in that sweater? I'm just in a tee, Barry.
I was, but that was before I got here. It was actually warm because I was playing the Wii, Barry.
You know, I mean, we talk a lot about Canadian American politics, and if you listen to the Doxners, you heard a different Canadian American issue, which is that up here it's Z, but down there it was Z, Barry.
Whoa, let's not talk politics. It's not DC, Barry.
You know, some people like Camembert,
Yeah.
but I like Brie, Barry.
You're going to have to pay for jokes that bad. There's a fee, Barry.
Fuck.
Yep. Yeah, no, right now. Let's do it. Yeah. I think you might need to think this.
I went for a walk by the lake on the Key, Barry.
You mean like the Keys, Barry?
Yeah.
Oh, like the Florida Keys.
Well, like a key, like Quay, a key.
Was it like you and somebody else, or was it just he, Barry?
Oh, no, it was she, Barry.
I'm sorry. It was just a woman that you're talking about their story.
Yeah.
Was her name Lee, Barry?
Fuck, I wanted to fuck. You know, back in Elizabethan times, before the word "the," it was "ye," Barry.
Wow. To get to that, you maybe almost tripped over and hurt your knee, Barry.
Hey, what's your favorite kind of porn? Mine's pee and vagee, Barry.
Jesus Christ. I'd like you to do Barry.
Wait, what was that?
Like a redo.
To do
To redo. That counts.
Does it?
Can't you see, Barry?
Fuck. You know, I'm gonna start speaking like Jimmy Olsen would speak. Gee, Barry.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I think you're probably a little bit too warm in that shirt. It might help if it was a V, Barry.
Fuck. You know, when I was having all my like disgusting smelling water shits, I could have used some potpourri, Barry.
You keep shitting like that, you're gonna be lonely, Barry.
Yeah, you know, I'm still gangster. I'm still DRE, Barry.
I'm just surprised that you haven't had to remarry.
God fucking damn it. I'll eventually get Apple TV so I can watch C, Barry.
Watch me dodge that and parry, Barry.
Oh, no. Come on.
Sorry, that was pre-Barry.
Hey, like after Christmas, what did you do with your tree, Barry?
It was fake. Because obviously I care about the fuck. You win.
Yes. Now perform the entirety of the Thon song.
Fuck. Barry. That thong, the thong, thong, thong. Barry, make your feet go. Don't you make the feet go. Barry, you run so scandalous when the ice guy is handle this.
Captain Cold.
It's a rogue squad. Don't you know this? Barry, that thon, the thon, thon, thon. Don't you know it was B.O.? It was Thon Yo. That's all I got.
Pretty good.
That's right.
I mean, holy shit. Out of fucking nowhere. Did you like find this cleaning or something?
Yeah. Over Christmas.
And was your girlfriend like, what is this?
And I was like, I don't. But
You're like, one time my friend made me coupons. His
Yeah.
wife got mad because he's never made her coupons.
yeah, it was only 2 years ago.
Yeah. He was desperate to keep the show going.
Yeah. So he made me coupons and begged me not to go.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I thought you'd like that. Starting 2025 off of the
So we're
bat.
half an hour into the episode.
Yeah. Want us to answer some questions?
Sure, yeah, we might as well, yeah, while we're here.
Let's go over to Facebook.
Going to the face of the book, going to the Facebook.
Joe Fontenot asks, what's up with OMAC in the Superman War World run?
Right. So in that like Warworld arc that happened not that long ago, only a couple of years ago, there is a character in there called Omak. She's got purple hair. She's in this kind of like teal sort of armor.
Oh, weird.
Doesn't really look like any other Omak. That's a character that came from the Superman and the Authority 4-issue book that kind of preceded that arc. A book that kind of started like not in continuity and sort of ended up kind of half folded into continuity.
What the fuck?
It was a Morrison
They
joint.
folged it in?
They folged it in.
Oh, wow.
Listen to Ghostfacers. Everything's a crossover.
That's right.
That Omak, if I remember correctly, is from an alternate Earth. They might be from the Tangent Earth, from Earth 9. Which is why they don't look anything like the Kirby Omak. They don't look like the Infinite Crisis Omak. Like, they have nothing to do with Brother Eye or any of that shit. They're basically just like a person in a cybernetic suit kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that Omak is from another Earth. But they pretty much only shown up in Superman and the Authority and that Warworld arc. I think that's it, actually.
Oh, wow. So there's no connection? Like, they aren't using the name? Like,
They use the name. They're called Omak, but because they...
but, like, is it intentionally, like, using the name because they know? Like...
What do you mean?
Because did this precede? Is this before or after? Sorry. Like Kirby.
The Warworld arc was like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like...
So then why?
Well, I mean, it's just a way to have someone with something cyber... You could vaguely imply something cybernetic, call them Omak. There's kind of no, like, stakes.
But it feels
to
like a waste.
their backstory. I kind of agree with that, to be honest. I kind of wish they were just like a new character or
Yeah,
something
like
that.
or a
But
bunch of other technological characters.
But that Omak character comes to Prime Earth from Earth 9 with another character called Light Ray. That is not the Light Ray from New Genesis.
What the fuck?
But that Tangent Earth is kind of like that.
Sure.
Like that Tangent Earth is the one where like Superman is technically like a bald wizard with mind powers. And the guy that looks like Superman and has Superman powers is called the Atom. Like the Tangent Earth is the weird
mixed match weirdy
kind of shit. So, in that sense, it kind of works. But yeah, I think they've only shown up in those two things, Superman and the Authority and the Warworld arc.
Totally.
But I'm pretty sure the deal is they come from the Tangent Earth, so they're not in any way tied to Brother Eye or the Global Peace Agency or like any of the other Omak stuff.
Call it something else.
Sure.
All right. Well, this next question I think plays off of this from Charlton Posting, who asks, in your opinion, is Omak a Jack Kirby idea misinterpreted by those who have created adaptations afterward, or do you believe the creative changes to be fitting?
I feel like we almost had a question like this during Darkness or something. Again, the original Kirby idea, Buddy Blank becomes Omak, and he's the one-man army corps. He's there to like stop the bad guys and stuff. When you read that 8-issue Omak run, you notice things like there's like these unrepentant bad guys that like Omak will delight in beating the shit out of in a sort of Batman-y kind of Frank Miller Batman-y kind of way.
Sure.
But also Omak is sort of defined by not having a gun, not like he is meant to be not a pacifist, but like to keep the peace.
Yeah.
That Omak run is interesting because I think it is both like deeply intuitive, like he knew the direction of things, like the capitalist hellscape that's in that Omak series, know, and what it breeds and the kind of war and division and that. It's super cynical, and yet Omak is essentially a cop that more or less does good.
Yeah.
Which is sort of optimistic.
Yeah.
Which is a real Kirby trait.
Sounds like delusional.
Like that's a real Kirby trait though,
Sure.
right? It's like to want the best. Like think of like Kirby creations, right?
Yeah,
Fantastic Four, Challengers of the Unknown, like Commandy even, the New Gods. Like I do think there's an aspirational thing in a lot of Kirby work, and I think that's in there in Omak. And I think it makes it this sort of weird artifact where it's like both like incredibly cynical and very optimistic, which is interesting. The change that happened, like the primary adaptation of it, is around Infinite Crisis, right? Where Brother Eye is a satellite Batman made to spy on the Justice League because he doesn't trust them anymore because they wiped his memory. And that satellite then gets commandeered by Maxwell Lord. It gets given sentience by Alexander Luthor Jr. of Earth 3.
Sure.
And the OMACs are these nanobot, basically sleeper agents that Brother Eye activates and controls to hunt and take out metahumans. Sort of like DC's version of the Sentinel program in like X-Men or something like that, right? I think that interpretation, while obviously like wholly rejecting any optimism of Kirby's, does in some degree get at a thing that Kirby himself would have gotten at. He just maybe didn't get at it in OMAC.
Sure.
But I do think it speaks to this idea of like Kirby wasn't afraid of technology, but he was afraid of like I think he had a fear of progressing in the wrong way. I think the capitalist thing, I think if you read the New Gods, he shows you two paths, right? There's the path of progress on Apocalypse. There's the path of progress on New Genesis. And he's sort of inviting you to see the difference in a very explicit good and evil kind of scenario. In Commandy, there's a disaster, but there's also like a way forward, like I do think Kirby sort of invites positivity. That piece is missing in the Infinite Crisis OMAC thing. But I do think the idea of like surveillance, paranoia, I think those are concepts Kirby understood. And I don't know, I shouldn't go so far as to say he would have appreciated them using his thing to explore them. But I don't know that it's 100% a betrayal of Kirby. I'll say personally, it works better in the context of DC than his original OMAC. Like his original OMAC in the DC universe, you kind of go like, sure.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think it feels like a Marvel piece trying to like adapt to a DC world?
I think the thing is that he was kind of just writing his his own stuff.
Sure.
And he wasn't concerned about
how does this work within the universe,
the continuity and stuff like that. And he was right to do that, but folding those things in over time
is going to adjust it and change it.
Totally. And I do think I like the Infinite Crisis version, whether or not that's a betrayal of Kirby. I think I kind of like that one in the context of DC, and specifically in the context of that event, which was about how dark has the world gotten, how little do people trust each other, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It actually makes perfect sense,
Totally.
It kind of takes the right lessons from others that did it first, like the Sentinels in X-Men.
Totally.
Stuff like that. So I kind of like that stuff. I think you can see in the other versions of OMAC that have been in the main DC continuity since, even during Final Crisis, even during the New 52, they don't really stick. Like the actual Buddy Blank or the last OMAC thing they did. What is his name? Like Michael Connor or Michael something.
Clayton.
Kevin Coe in the New 52. Like they don't feel like they fit or work. I don't know that that's a fault of a Kirby thing, but the only one that actually feels like it makes sense to me in the universe is the Infinite Crisis kind, like the OMAC project.
Sure.
Kind. So yeah, I mean that's, I don't know if I fully answered the question, but
it's not necessarily that they're fitting, but they're necessary.
I don't know that people don't understand what Kirby was going for, but I think because their mandate is fit all these things together, I'm not sure what Kirby made fits in the DC universe.
Like it needed to change.
Well, because it's also a possible future. Like
sure,
I think if you just kept it like that, but again, then it's in its own little window or corridor
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like Batman Beyond, where we don't really look
Sure.
too far,
Yeah,
you know? If you do something like that, then yeah, I think you're totally fine to explore that. But, you know, to put them in the continuity in the sort of era of the Justice League, I kind of feel like Brother Eye, it's not that they don't work at all, but it's that they're kind of unremarkable next to everyone else they're around.
That's fair.
I think it's more that. It's not that they don't, you couldn't have a satellite beam powers to a person, but it's like, but why bother?
Sure.
I think
No, that's fair.
More the thing.
All right, let's leave Facebook and head on over to Threads.
Threads.
The only
I
question.
thought we agreed. New year, new us.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it new.
Well, I thought new meant like you would like.
Just do what you say.
Yeah,
That's not new.
it would be.
Yeah, it's not good.
We've never aimed for that.
That's fair. I thought you wanted new.
Oh. Head explodes.
From Mystery 64, who asks, how bad would OMAC soldiers look if they were designed by our current AIs instead of Brother Eye? How many extra fingers and toes would they have?
I mean, listen, Kirby designs are fucking great. We already talked about OMAC's got like primary colors and like all that geometry stuff and the mohawk and
Yeah.
OMAC's got like a
Cool fucking design, yeah.
a great look.
Yeah.
I would say. I even like the kind of New 52 version of that look, the Kevin Coe.
Oh, sure, yeah.
OMAC is decent, I would say, from a design standpoint. Yeah, I think if AI designed
It would be
an
like
OMAC,
a human almost looking like bionic sort of thing. Like,
oh, I see. Yeah.
because whenever you ask AI to like make technology stuff, it always does it like too like humanistic.
Right. I think, what I think I would ask AI to do is those stupid things where it's like countries, but they're OMACs. Like you always see
Yes.
stupid fucking things in the feed where it's like Canada, if they had like a guardian spirit, it's always some fucking moose with abs or some shit like that.
You know
like,
what?
It's the dumbest shit in the world.
I can probably just do it.
Are you just going to do one?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to walk us through this because obviously it's an audio medium. So walk us through your prompt. I want you. Are you going to do like OMACs as different countries?
No, I wanted just to see if it could design an OMAC.
Design an OMAC. Right. Okay.
Let's see.
This is interesting.
Yes, I'm going to ask it to do to design an OMAC, but not in the style of Jack Kirby.
Right.
But as if you were an artist today creating OMAC.
I would just say design it in the style of AI.
Oh, that's confusing, but sure.
Do you like? Are we going to cause some sort of like infinity loop?
But in the style of AI.
Of like AI art or something. You know what I mean? Like, because I think that's where we're aiming with.
Well, no, I want to know what it would do.
Oh, sure. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Then do what you were going to do then.
Maybe I'll just ask it the style it would do.
How would you design OMAC? Yeah.
As a machine yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've seen how OMAC would be designed from a human perspective. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
All right, so let's see.
Creating an image.
Okay, all right.
It's like, I am a one-man army.
Oh my God. You've given me a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's exactly what I thought it would do.
Okay.
Can
I see it?
Yeah. I'm just trying to open it. It just kind of looks like Iron Man.
Iron Man, but also like the Flash. Like
Yeah.
it's got like the wings on it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it also sort of looks like, for the people listening at home, it looks like all of the Amazos from Absolute Power. Like all of Task Force 7
Sure.
looks like this.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
blue and silver and like vaguely pointy. It's pretty like nondescript. Yeah.
As different countries.
Yeah. Design an OMAC for different countries. Yeah. Those fucking different countries things are the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
And yet I will look at every single one.
I mean, I do watch them. I just don't like. They're just so uncreative. I mean, it's AI, I guess. But
Yeah, it's like
I know,
lowest...
but the prompt, like even the people making the prompts are so fucking uncreative.
Sure, yeah. But if you also just ask it to do that, it's gonna
We're
take
like 3 layers deep on a lack of creativity. You know, like
it is funny that like AI art has become a thing, but
it's funny too that like the AI art now predominantly like trains itself on other AI art.
yeah, what the fuck? Okay, huh? It's less fun as I thought it was.
Okay,
gonna be.
let's have a look. Let's see. We got some different countries here. Yeah, again, like these designs are so generic.
Yeah.
They kind of have
It's like that iRobot. Yeah.
an Iron Man-y kind of
Yeah.
look. They also sort of look like they do definitely look like the Amazos from Task Force 7.
Mm-hmm.
They've got those like Red Hood in Arkham Knight, like those full face kind of mask things.
The thing that I know it would do is if I took one more extra step and was like,
All it does really is make the thing with like the different colors. Although for some reason Japan is blue and red.
yeah, I don't know where that comes from.
There's 2 Americas. One has a French flag behind it, but at the bottom it's got a flag that doesn't exist.
Oh,
There's a Brazil one that's definitely like a jungle theme one, and then there's a Brazil that also seems like it's Hong Kong,
huh.
and I don't know what that one is. Yeah,
Well,
I feel like maybe you're using a dumber AI than the ones that make the TikToks that we scroll past.
I think the thing it's missing is
You're using an AI that's not confident in its ability to draw.
You need to make it more unique to each country's aesthetic. I think.
Yeah, right. You wouldn't just prompt it with that. You would say like,
yes.
make an OMAC for Canada based on cultural blah, 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 blah,
Yes.
kind of thing. Right.
I wonder if I can do it.
Let's do one more round of this and see if it can nail this.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's creating an image.
All right.
It's like, got to put through racist filters first.
Yes, applying racism.
Yeah. Sombrero for Mexican OMAC.
Yeah.
Okay, these are better.
Okay.
They are.
Do they still look like the same generic robot kind of things?
Yes, they've changed the robot, but also changed it for all of them.
Sure. So it's the
but-
same robot for all of them, but it's different from the last set of robots.
Yes, but it kind of just looks like what's his name from Halo, Master Chief. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But there is more deviation from each one.
They look like Master Chief, and they also look like, for people, people reading the comics, they look like the Peacekeepers from that one era of Gotham where Simon Saint had the Peacekeepers.
Oh,
out
sure,
in the
yeah.
streets. Yeah, I love when it tries to write with letters.
It's always so bad at that.
What is Sapurese?
That feels like you trying to learn Japanese.
But there's also Japanian.
Sure.
There's a Japanian one and a Sapurese one.
Okay.
There's also Amazon and then Arizon, and then
Arizonia,
and then Rondirik.
What?
With a flag that I think doesn't exist.
I did say.
And then Starik, which seems to be Brazil and Finland and Greece.
I did just say different countries. I didn't say each country that exists and make them separate.
I know, but some of them are like trying to combine.
That's what I mean. I didn't say to not make
There's
them.
American and American. Yeah, interesting. Some of these are not like uncool, but they're pretty generic.
Yeah.
The best one is Amazon I would say, because it's got like a
The
real
Swamp Thing sort of thing.
No, it's got a real like Azteca kind of
Oh yeah.
thing to it.
Yeah, I like the one that's Ireland plus Brazil. But says India.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it's India and Brazil, right? What's the flag?
I just the green, white, orange.
But they're vertical?
yeah.
Oh, so it's Ireland.
Yeah.
I guess suffice it to say, actually, AI can't draw an OMAC.
No, yeah.
It doesn't know what an OMAC is.
Yeah, so there's the answer to your question.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's leave Threads and head on over to Instagram.
Now we're going to Instagram. Queequam questions and answers.
You can't do
there.
that anymore.
Yes, I said that's how it is now.
Well, then I'm going to fucking end the podcast.
I'd like to see you try.
Click. Luchaman asks, who is failsafe Batman?
So, not strictly speaking tied to OMAC, but it's
Not unrelated?
not wholly unrelated.
Sure.
So in this Chip Zdarsky era of Batman, we introduced a character called Failsafe. So there's an arc where Penguin fakes his own death and frames Batman for it. And it activates this robot in the Batcave that Batman did not know about.
What?
Called Failsafe. Failsafe is sort of a sequel, like as an arc, to both Tower of Babel, where Batman always has a contingency plan for all of the Justice League, and Batman R.I.P., which is all about the Batman of Zur-En-Arr.
Oh.
And so what you learn is that the Batman of Zur-En-Arr, this like sort of segmented part of Bruce's psyche that is just the pure mission,
Makes him think for himself?
has, without Bruce's knowing, created a failsafe for himself.
Whoa.
So if he ever crossed the line, stopped being Batman, killed someone, this thing would activate to stop him. But of course, because it's Zur-En-Arr and it's Bruce and they're paranoid, failsafe can stop anyone. So failsafe goes on like a tear, takes out the Justice League.
Jesus.
Like, this is the arc where it like fights, it blows up a moon base where Batman is trying to hide and Batman falls from the moon to the earth.
Oh, yeah.
That's this arc. Eventually,
How do you fall?
eventually Zur-En-Arr uploads itself, its consciousness, into failsafe. So now there's a Bruce Batman, and then Zur-En-Arr is in failsafe. So it actually gets like Zur-En-Arr gets a physical body of its own.
So it's more of like a Zur-En-Arr Batman.
Totally,
More than a failsafe Batman.
But it existed as its own robot before Zur-En-Arr uploaded itself to it. But this robot is built out of mostly Amazo tech, which ties into absolute power and stuff. But also, we're told like cybernetic tech from a bunch of different villains. Wouldn't be crazy to assume there's some OMAC.
Oh, yeah.
Some OMAC. OMAC itself is based on Brainiac 13 technology.
Okay.
So there's like, it's not necessarily a full-on OMAC, like this is a type of OMAC kind of thing, but there is an implication that like all of the available cybernetic villain tech that Bruce could get his hands on theoretically, Zur-En-Arr used to build failsafe.
Okay.
So OMAC must surely be a part of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next from Martian Crisis, who asks, what's with General Kafka?
Oh, fuck.
Why is he named that?
Yeah. Great question.
What's a Kafka?
What's a Kafka?
It's yeah, or at least something Kafka-esque.
Yeah, I can tell you something Kafka-esque. It's when you like wake up and you're like, fuck, am I a cockroach?
We don't just do dumb cum jokes here.
Yeah, we're like literate. I want people to understand that like we're pretty good.
But yeah, I mean,
is that shrapnel?
I could tell you.
Yeah, I mean, can you tell me, or is AI going to tell you and it's going to get a bunch of details wrong?
Well, you can correct it and it'll help you get the right answer.
Sure, yeah.
So it says that General Kafka is one of likely a nod to Franz Kafka, the writer known for surreal and existential themes.
All right, AI, we get it.
General Kafka introduced in The Fury of Firestorm, number 50 in 1986, the Soviet military leader, an antagonist of Firestorm during the Cold War era. He's a high-ranking figure who represents the kind of faceless authority often found in those type of narratives. It looks like it's just some like one-off characters. I don't know the connection to OMAC though.
Yeah, General Kafka. Hang on. Yeah, I wish that this was a easier one for me, but here. Honestly, not sure.
Yeah, it might.
General Kafka. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I think that they're thematically similar, but I don't know if there's a direct DC connection that I can find.
I mean, there must be. This must be. You found a complete blind spot for me. I don't know what General Kafka is.
Yeah, that's a weird one. All right, next from Beyond the Batcast. Other than Brother Eye, what other...
Actually, hang on a sec. I legitimately have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Are you going to piss your butt?
Wouldn't you like to know?
No.
Oh, don't worry. You'll hear it.
Oh, no. Not if I play TikToks loud. Are you done pissing out of your butt?
I pissed out of my dick, I'll have you know.
Oh, okay. You didn't piss out of your butt?
Sorry. So where were we?
I
was busy dick pissing.
Fucking nice.
I hate that I have to clarify.
Right now you do.
Yeah.
Other than Brother Eye, what other technopath metahumans can control the OMACs?
Oh, interesting. You know, they're not impervious, right? Like they're not perfect machines that can never be countered. You know, the superheroes could fight them off. They weren't like immediately losing to every OMAC, right?
Sure.
Part of the problem with the OMACs was the numbers, right? When we're talking about that Infinite Crisis OMAC thing, the idea was, I mean, God, I hesitate to even say it because of like the political climate, but in the story, in the lead up to Infinite Crisis, Checkmate or whatever had used vaccines to deliver nanotech packages to infect people with the OMAC.
Oh no.
And that Brother Eye would activate them. There were like millions of them.
Jeez.
So it was more about numbers than it was like the Sentinels, at least in the movies, where it was like they could adapt to any situation kind of thing. It was more just about raw numbers.
Crazy.
But they weren't perfect. You know, like for example, when they take them out, you know, OMACs can't see Mr. Terrific because he's invisible to technology. Mm-hmm. Black Lightning could fry them. Green Lanterns could fight them. You know, like even Brother Eye itself, like they managed to get onto Brother Eye. Like they take a spaceship, they get onto Brother Eye because Mr. Terrific shields them from his view. Is like they're not perfect, see through any power, deal with any situation machines. So it's not crazy to imagine a world where other technopaths could take control of them. Something like Kilgore, the Flash villain, that's like a sentient virus. Kilgore could probably take control of the OMACs. Fucking Maxwell Lord figured out how to hack the OMACs. You know, like OMACs. The other thing too is you got to separate Brother Eye when it gets sentience from just OMACs.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Right? Like they're separate ideas a little bit. And so, you know, like Kilgore could do it probably, you know. You got to imagine you got to imagine someone like Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw could probably do it.
Sure.
You would think Cyborg could do it.
But are they
I don't know if
like
there's a comic
interconnected?
that,
like
What do you mean?
Aren't they on like a single network or something? Like
The OMACs are, but
theoretically, you could take them all down if you took one out. No, or
no, but you could take Brother Eye out and take them all down.
oh, sure. I guess it's like
I
a
think
blockchain.
you could like
yeah.
disconnect one or two from the thing, but you wouldn't take out the network.
It's like a blockchain. Yeah.
I guess I don't know how anything works.
Yes.
Too quick to respond. Too quick to agree with me. I didn't care for it.
All right.
No, like what the fuck did you mean by that?
Anyways, next question.
What the shit
We're
is this?
leaving Instagram and heading over to Reddit.
Where everyone's nice and no one's ever mean.
I appreciate that. From Diaper Gal Kate.
Come on.
So in Batman, the Brave and the Bold, it's a person. But in other stuff, it's like Brother Eye. I guess what I'm asking is, when did that change?
Yeah, so it's the lead up to Infinite Crisis. So we're talking like 2005, more or less. There's a series called the OMAC Project. Comes after Countdown to Infinite Crisis, but basically it's that leading up to the big event Infinite Crisis. So after Identity Crisis, Batman creates a satellite called Brother Mark 1 to monitor superheroes because he realizes that his memory had been wiped and he doesn't trust anyone anymore. Somewhere in the intervening time, Maxwell Lord hacks that and uses it to spy on all superheroes and sort of, plan attacks on them. Alexander Luthor Jr. from Earth 3, who has escaped from the Paradise Dimension because of Superboy Prime's retcon punch, has granted sentience to Brother Eye because he needs him to do the calculations that he needs to bring back the multiverse. A lot of stuff is happening during Infinite Crisis. But the ultimate result is that in all of these things, Maxwell Lord overplays his hand a little bit and mind controls Superman. Wonder Woman kills him on live TV. And it activates this protocol called King is Dead, and all of the OMACs around the world activate and attack every metahuman. There's millions of them. And again, it's these nanotech packages that have been delivered through vaccines, which I feel gross saying, in 2025. But back then we were like, no one will distrust a vaccine. But basically it's around then. That's when OMAC changed to this kind of thing, is from that. Now that version of OMAC, they kept that story going. After Infinite Crisis, there was this last OMAC, Michael something, that had a series for a little bit. And then in Countdown, there was this storyline about it. The OMAC virus eventually mutates into the Mortococcus virus that's part of Final Crisis. At the end of Buddy Blank, they bring in, because they work in Commandy and stuff, into Final Crisis, right? All of this stuff gets brought back. They sort of bring back Kirby's more original idea in the New 52, Dan DiDio. If you thought this wasn't January, by the way.
Holy fuck, I forgot about
If you thought for a second I forgot about January.
Oh, Dan, did you?
Yeah, Dan Diddy, no.
Fuck.
Dan DiDio wrote coincidentally 8-issue OMAC run.
Holy shit.
In the New 52 that featured Kevin Coe, the New 52 one. But this was the original idea. Brother Eye beams down powers. You turn into OMAC. This was the One Machine Assault Command, or whatever was the acronym for this one. But again, that's that weird Dan DiDio thing where he's just he loves all these characters that are these weirdos. He loves Phantom Stranger. He loves the Metal Men. He loves OMAC. He loves the Infinity People, or the Forever People. He loves.
Sure, yeah.
He wrote Infinity Man and the Forever People. But and all of that to say that the prevailing version of OMAC, even the sort of bit of a stretch version that you get in the Blue Beetle movie, where it's Carapax the Indestructible Man, but they kind of call him OMAC a little bit. That version essentially starts around Countdown to Infinite Crisis, OMAC Project, Infinite Crisis. That era, mid-2000s. That's when that version of it shows up. So since then, we've had versions where we try to return to the Kirby idea. Even at the end of Final Crisis and stuff, we try to set up that and here's where Buddy Blank would come in, the original one.
Sure, yeah.
But that kind of new interpretation, sentient satellite, nanotech things that fight metahumans, a sort of hive mind Borg kind of thing, that is fully a mid-2000s kind of creation.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, with that, let's leave Reddit and head on over to the Doc Scored.
Oh.
Yep. Doc Score. Let's go right into it.
Okay.
You got lots of time.
All
We've
right.
actually had all the holidays to prepare for this.
And I'm ready.
Okay. Well,
Let's
good.
just if you would just back off for a second,
I'm
I
backed
could actually
off.
do something, but fuck. Dog scored the Misty Mountains. Dog from Dog scored
Where
deep.
did that come from?
And Dog scored old.
Where did that come?
I saw The Hobbit over there on the
sure.
shelf.
Nice. First question comes from
We dogs away to scored of day.
Nice.
And Doc scored. Oh, Doc scored gold.
Nice.
Listen, that song fucking rips.
I like the one that they sing when they're doing the dishes.
Oh, yeah. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
From Post Almond Clarity.
That's an incredible name.
That's good. Yeah.
Post Almond Clarity.
Yeah, I like being specific with your
That's
nut.
someone who would have loved Nut Miss.
All right. The next one will be Nut Miss.
We had final Doc Miss. I'm a man of my word.
The next one, if we do Doc Miss again, it'll be Nut Miss.
Yeah. Return to Doc Miss. Nut Miss.
Is that cum? No, Nut Miss.
No, I'll have 12 almonds this episode.
What hairstyle?
I'm having that post almond clarity, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
You know when you have an almond and you regret it instantly?
Okay, it's
It's
not that funny.
post almond clarity. No, I'm going to dig more into this.
You with a joke?
What is this?
What are we?
What are we? I shouldn't have told you that my friends like you. I introduced Richard to some friends of mine. I mean, you're going to have to subscribe to the Patreon to hear more of this, but some of them like Richard, and it was a mistake for me to tell them.
That's all we'll say.
This is fucked.
Just keep green lights, Richard.
We should have stopped inviting you to things.
Yeah, it's funny. I fucked up everything, and
That's the fucking loyalty. I hope you appreciate that shit. You know what you did to our social circles.
fucked it.
You fucked them.
I fucked all over
You
them.
fucked each circle while the other watched.
Yeah. Now you're having post almond clarity.
I'm having post almond clarity. See, it is a good joke. You tried to be fucking high and mighty about it. You fucking love post almond clarity.
All right. Yeah, but I don't like that it came from a listener.
I mean, fair.
It's-
In
see?
character, fair.
See?
If there's a thing I hate, it's when you all are good.
Yeah, we don't like when you're good about things.
Yeah, it reminds us that we're not.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Anyway, subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, where you can lord over us. Or we lord over you. Yeah.
I mean, either way.
Yeah. I'm into it. I'm gonna almond regardless.
Yeah, and I'll regret it later.
That's right.
Post
What hairstyle would you redesign for OMAC? Taper fade, man bun, afro?
I feel like Afro's insensitive.
Why?
I just feel like you can't.
Why?
What if Buddy Blank was not black?
As long as you can call people jive turkey, it's fine.
Like the classic Black Lightning, where he's like, part of my disguise will be the way I talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, what kind of hairstyle? Boy. Well, I mean, if it was nowadays, it would be whatever the stupid fucking like curly in front of your eyes bullshit, but like close on the sides thing that the kids are wearing.
Yeah, the like taper fade with the curly top. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't love it.
Sure.
Although if I had hair, I would fucking do it.
Why?
I don't know, because I could. If I had hair.
If I had hair. Way
I
down
dreamed
to
the dream of hair gone by.
If I was king of the hair, not queen.
If I were a hair man.
Fuck yeah. I am growing my hair out right now. I decided I'm going to
Like
grow
on
it out.
purpose or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you haven't had a hair?
No. I'm going to growing it out this year.
I think you should shave your beard.
Stop saying that. You just want me to look ugly. I even asked you why, and you said that
I
that's
don't
why.
want you to look ugly. I just think you should leave
You
it.
just know it'll happen if that's what I do.
Just do it.
No, I'm too fat for that.
Join the club, man.
Yeah, but you do it.
Oh, this backfired.
And I'm implying nothing.
Name
by
a
that.
hairstyle that you think would be funny on an OMAC.
I don't know necessarily funny, but I think it would be cool.
What, do you remember like 10 years ago when all the like hot dudes were getting basically like Hitler haircuts where they were like pin straight hair over their eyes and then tight on the side?
Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons why I started growing my hair out.
A mohawk on your lip is essentially
Jesus Christ.
the Hitler mustache.
Except for if it goes down.
I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not like tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be, though.
It should be, though. It should be like a beam of hair coming straight out from your lip.
I want a rat tail OMAC.
Oh, yeah. Like you should have a Padawan braid.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm being actually...
A mullet OMAC.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
One mullet. All
Piece in the front, military in the back.
One mullet, all cool.
Oh, fuck
Have
yeah.
OMAC, baby. Yeah.
If I actually wanted a real good one, I think just like long flowing locks, but the design can be like the Kirby crackle.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you know the hair that I think is like legitimately cool, and if I had hair I wish I had it, is like the big flowy like Kane and Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like blown out a little bit.
Sure.
You know? Like,
Yeah. I could do that just because my hair's so thick.
that's cool. You piece of shit. How much does like hair replacement cost?
Oh, I don't know. Nowadays, it's probably way more affordable than it used to be.
Okay, so sign up on the Patreon.
And if we get to the number high enough, you will.
Of course I would.
Oh, I didn't realize it was the thing you actually wanted.
Yeah, of course I fucking would. Are you fucking kidding me? If it like, I don't know if it actually like, I might be too far gone, but if I'm not and we had the money, I would do it.
Oh, sure. I mean,
Could you imagine me if I had fucking nice hair?
you start.
Actually, that's a problematic level of confidence for me.
I think the problem is
I
that
think that actually it's probably better this way.
it would probably reset you, and you'd start like taking care of yourself again, and then just like because you'd be like, well, I'm already kind of.
I get ripped.
Yeah. I did almost text you today and was like, you want to get ripped this year?
I mean, I would love to, but
You could do it. You just would have to do a lot of work to do that.
I might. Well, no, I'll save it for the Patreon.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
I'll save it for the
Holy
Patreon.
shit, I forgot what year it was.
Yeah. It's
forgot
personal.
what month it
it's
was.
Personal Confessions Month.
Slash
Well,
January.
on the main feed, it's January.
I mean, if you really want, it could be a soup month. They call it January.
That's good.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Who knows? Maybe next week will be Jeff Johnsary. You know, it could
Oh
be
my-
anything.
Well, no, now that doesn't.
You suggested this during Docmas.
Oh, did
Don't
I?
throw me under the bus.
Oh, it was good. Yeah,
You sick fuck.
it was a great idea then, as long as it didn't come from a listener. Next question comes from Drago the Black Rose. So Bruce made Brother Eye, then Brother Eye made OMAC, and
Yes.
then OMAC went to capture the metahumans. How did that storyline end? Why aren't there still OMACs capturing metas?
So basically, during Infinite Crisis, Batman leads like a strike team into space to board Brother Eye.
Okay.
The team includes Green Lanterns and Sacha Bordeaux, maybe, and
God, that sounds like such a fucking porn star name.
good name.
Yeah.
Black Lightning and Mr. Terrific and Blue Beetle, the new one, Jaime Reyes
Nice.
at the time, Jaime Reyes. And they end up destroying Brother Eye. And that, like, kind of like a Trade Federation ship, turns off all of the OMACs, right?
Sure.
There's one left that's kind of like the last OMAC. That's that Michael whatever. He got like a little bit of a series. And Brother Eye kind of kept trying to crawl its way out of the gutter as an AI for a while. It did it in Countdown through Final Crisis and stuff like that. But really, the overarching threat of OMAX and that was sort of dealt with during Infinite Crisis. Now, some stuff came back, like during Final Crisis or in the lead up or whatever. Like Brother Eye and the OMAX like invade Apocalypse, and at one point they're like, you know what? We're gonna kill regular humans too. It just kind of goes like crazy, and then that idea resurfaces in the New 52, which obviously continuity wise not connected, but it resurfaces as part of that like potential 5-year future, the New 52 Future's End. But in that one, instead of them being OMAX, it was like they became all these like cyborg, like body horror monsters, right? Like,
Sure.
they're more like Terminators or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know a good way to put it, but almost like Alien, but if it was tech.
Well, it's like, what's his name?
Like something growing inside them that like rips them apart. But so
like
it's like
Borgs.
kind of like Borgs, but like Borgs just like, oh, that's how you look. Well, we'll just attach some stuff to you.
Sure.
The New 52 Future's End was like, what if a cyborg grew inside you and then like your head popped off and went to the side and your arm went, like,
it's almost like
So
the
it was like-
fucking Last of Us monsters. But with
yeah,
tech.
there was like a little bit of that. Yeah, exactly. So, that idea kept coming back around, but essentially like the main overall threat of the OMAX was pretty much done when they destroyed the first Brother Eye satellite. Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next, from Tone DX 2049, who asks, how many self-titled OMAX series have there been? Have they all had different takes? What are some of the storylines outside of those titles that you would recommend?
There've been interesting. At least 3. There's the original OMAC Kirby run. There's OMAC that comes after the OMAC project.
Yeah.
That's the one with this like Michael Connor or Connolly or whatever.
Michael Connor.
Michael Connor, you're the last OMAC. And then there's the New 52 OMAC, the Kevin Coe one, written by Danuary DiDio.
Wow, you really like them all.
Those 3 are, well, maybe there's one more in there, but there's at least 3 self-titled series. As far as where OMAX come up, we've talked a lot about that like mid 2000s through like the early 2010 kind of thing. Like I said, there's a New 52 series that's like fine, and that kind of, you could follow that Kevin Coe into like Justice League International, I think, and also into the Suicide Squad title during Forever Evil, and eventually the Dan DiDio Metal Men series. I think Kevin Coe makes an appearance in there. So if you care about that character, you could kind of follow him a little bit that way, but he doesn't make a ton of appearances. Certainly maybe the most concentrated version of OMAX you would get from basically Countdown to Infinite Crisis through Final Crisis, through some tie-ins and stuff like that. There's quite a bit in there. like I said, Brother Eye invades Apocalypse. Like the OMAC virus morphs into the Mortococcus virus. Like that era, basically 2005 to 2010, call it, is like really OMAC rife. There's quite a lot in there. There's the OMAC that we mentioned that's from Earth 9, the Tangent universe, that's in Superman and the Authority, and then the Warworld arc. Not necessarily a main character, but is featured. So you could check that one out. That's a different kind of OMAC. There's it probably came up a bit in the 90s, but I feel like there were just like a bunch of like sort of abortive attempts to work Buddy Blank in that weren't really anything. Those are those are really your options, essentially, if you're looking to read OMAC.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, next question from JK, who asks, OMAC seems like one of the few Kirby creations that has had a look at / interpretation outside of his original idea. Do you like the original heroic version or the Infinite Crisis modern Borg body snatcher version more? Do you think both can coexist?
I do think both can coexist. I'm like I said in this episode, I'm on record saying I think I actually kind of prefer the Infinite Crisis one, even though it's maybe a less creative idea. I think it actually fits in DC better. What about you? What's your like from what we've talked about OMAC, on this episode and in the past? What's your like? Do you think you have a preference of like concept or idea?
Yeah, I mean, I think the sort of like Brother Eye version, like narratively, I prefer.
Like the Infinite Crisis.
Yeah. I think like stylistically, I'm just more of a fan of that original.
Oh, visually, the Kirby like original is like number one with a bullet.
I wish
like
there was a way to like
the look of the sort of Sentinel style, like OMAC, like nanobot kind of army.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But I like the concept, but visually it sucks. Nothing can beat a Kirby design.
Yeah. I think I wish there was a way to like somehow combine those. But
sure. Yeah. That makes sense to me. Yeah. But yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, let's go to the next.
A couple of rum and cokes, baby. I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling loose.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Are we doing this?
I'll never tell. I did do an I'll never tell the other day
at work.
No,
is this another thing where you said a thing for the podcast at work and people just stared at you?
It was actually worse. I did it to, I think, my girlfriend's dad.
You went, I'll never tell. Yeah, I can see that not playing great. What was the setup?
It was like at like Christmas, and I think he asked like if I made some food or something. He asked something that was inside of it.
And you were like, I'll never tell.
Yeah. And he's like, what?
Cool.
And I was like, the lady never kisses and tells. And then I walked away and I was like, what the fuck did I just do?
That's incredible. God, I'm so happy that you're. I
this is the family I'm in.
I love it when you can't keep up the facade anymore.
Oh, I know, because
that's my favorite shit. I love that you said "cuck" to coworkers,
oh my God.
And then you were like, "I've misjudged this relationship."
It's that thing where it's like I'm so many levels deep that when I think I'm just like being fun, I'm actually like way too far from the point.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you nailed it with my friends, but
anyway. Because they obviously like started with you as like practice.
There was a whole part of our night that was just 9/11 jokes, and I was like, all these people can hang.
But worse than the 9/11 jokes.
Yeah. Save it for the Patreon.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one for Patreon because I fucking came alive.
Save it for the Patreon.
Okay, sorry.
We're going to have to dig ourselves out of that one.
From Butt Fart Butt.
Oh,
thank you.
Sorry, it's a new year.
Did
I was worried about water coming out.
Oh, no. You opened the dikes. Fuck. Did Judd Whitnick and Keith Giffen miss an opportunity by failing to name OMAC Prime Big Mac?
Yeah, they could have done that. OMAC Prime came up Oh, which book is this? That's in Generation Lost, I think. Justice League Generation Lost.
Sure.
There's like a special OMAC or whatever called, because again, we're in that, like, that might be right at the tail end or right before the New 52 or some shit like this.
Sure.
Or oh no, is it in the New 52? No, it can't be. But at any rate, this like it was just like an extra OMAC that was like this super big one with muscles and shit like that. You could call him Big Mac for sure. He's definitely bigger than other OMACs, especially for OMACs of that time. I mean, you just said, could we combine the design sensibilities? OMAC Prime might be the closest version.
Oh, really?
And it's not, well, sorry, I say that. It's not that close. Like, this is OMAC Prime.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But it's doing a...
I mean, I fucking hate that. But...
But it's doing like this much more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the regular OMACs are so generic looking in that
yeah, totally.
Nanobot era. And this one is doing like incrementally more to look like a thing that's an individual. It's the closest you get, I think, to that thing that you're pitching. Yeah, you can call him Big Mac. Or Big Arch. Well, no, Big Arch wouldn't work. I guess you have to keep the Mac.
Yeah, the Mac
part.
is part of the... Yeah.
Shut up. Let me do this.
I'm so sorry.
Let me fucking do this.
It's a full pounder.
That's good.
Yeah, there we go.
Next time you go to the drive-thru, ask for a full pound.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. What can I get you? A full pounder. I don't care how you have to make it, but I want a full pounder.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Is it like a Big Mac, or like, but they make it like just quarter pounders on top of each
Oh
other?
my God. Trying to make a full pounder out of Big Mac patties
Oh my God.
instead of quarter pound.
Oh no. Yeah, because how much meat is in a Big Mac? Is it is it like an 1/8 pound? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck.
Or less. Trying to make a full pounder out of a Big Mac?
Oh no.
It would be like a foot tall. That'd be an insane, especially if you had to put bread every, like,
Oh God.
so much bread, so many patties.
I hate that.
But still just like one piece of cheese at the bottom.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't click the link, but did you see that thing the other day? It was like, why the filet officially has half a cheese slice on it?
No.
Because I wouldn't order it, but
It shouldn't have any cheese on it.
I mean, that's not...
Who puts a fucking... Also, listen, Doc scored. American cheese is not cheese. You're fucking monsters for thinking that that's cheese.
Yeah.
Even Richard agrees with me. That's how you know you're wrong.
Yeah, it's true. If we're on the same page about something.
Yeah. You're on the wrong side of history. For once.
Yeah.
America.
All right. Now, last question from Mars. And they ask, how many subs on the new Patreon account to make Richard get an OMAC style mohawk?
What an incredible segue. How did this get planned?
Wow, look at you.
We do have a new Patreon. This is like a really like fun way to bring it up.
Oh my God, you're so creative.
It's a new year, a new us,
That's
and
right.
a new Patreon.
That's right.
We are merging what was two Patreon feeds
That's right.
into one. You go patreon.com/editpoint. And there you'll find the back catalog of the Dr. DC Double Dose, which I am still uploading because there's so fucking much of it.
Yeah.
But that's there. The back catalog of the Ghostfacers Bunker Report.
That's right.
All of the like a rewatch series at the highest tier. So
Yeah, baby.
Toretto Talks, Bonding Time,
Oh, yeah.
Cerebro's DC Review.
All of them.
All up there. And there's 3 tiers. You get access to the Doc Scored. You can have access to Angel Radio.
Yeah.
We're one big fucking family. And weekly bonus episodes that we're now calling You Wanted More.
Yeah.
Because this is one feed for everyone that listens to us, no matter where you come from.
That's right.
How many subscribers would we have to hit for you to get a cool ass fucking OMAC mohawk.
Fuck.
Keeping in mind that you just said you were deliberately growing
No,
your
I
hair
am growing my hair, and I am a business professional.
Yeah, I would say like 50.
Nope, because we're like at 43 right now. Or
I think
something.
50 is probably good.
Nope. And it has to be more than the combined 2 accounts because we want it to grow.
I mean, I don't need that.
But I do.
Well, you know.
I would say 500.
That's too many.
That's not too many for us.
I'm going to say 150.
I'd say 300.
2.
3. That's my final offer.
2.
No, 250.
225.
230.
210.
No.
220.
No. 230.
220.
225.
225.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, there we go. 225. If we get 225 people subscribed to the new Edit Point Patreon, patreon.com/editpoint. Tell your friends. They only have to sign up at the $1 level. That's like fucking.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Get them signed up, and Richard will get a cool OMAC mohawk. We'll film it. We'll do a video of it happening. We'll style it there on video. Like, we'll make it a live thing. We can comment. We'll have a fun time. Get us to 225 Patreon subscribers on our new Patreon, patreon.com/editpoint. Full back catalogs will be up there. All the new weekly episodes will be up there. The fun extra bonus stuff will be up there. Helps to support us. A great last question, seamlessly integrated into us ending the episode.
And yet he didn't know the answer to one of the questions today and didn't not include it.
I probably will edit it out.
Okay, well maybe
But I'll leave this.
Yeah. And then eventually put the original up on out of
Shamefully
guilt.
upload the full audio.
Yeah, with you at the beginning. I'm so sorry.
I betrayed you. This is fucked of me. I'm so sorry.
Well, if you want, I mean, look, it's January. Maybe you want to ask some Abnett questions. Get some fucking Aquaman in there. Maybe you want some Mishkin. It's January, baby.
Oh my God, it's January. Do you want to talk about Dan Mora?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some fucking Gem World.
Daniel Sampier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's January.
It's January, baby. Hell
Send
yeah.
your questions to all of our platforms.
That's right. Dr. DC Podcast, wherever you find us.
I was like, there's too many names now.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Also, if you like what we do here, we talked about merging with another podcast. Don't you want to know what that is? It's Ghostfacers.
Ghostfacers, a Supernatural rewatch. We're doing every single episode of the CW Supernatural. We're almost done season 10 of 15 at this point. We talk about real world monster lore, behind the scenes stuff about the show.
And they're nice, dirty women over there, so you leave them be.
Yeah, the undeniable sexual chemistry of each episode.
I don't, at least not the most recent one. And I thought you were going to say the chemistry between you and I.
Oh, well, I mean, we don't even need to say that's unspoken.
Yeah. There's a difference between undeniable and unspoken.
If you think we're hot here,
oh my God, we couldn't be hotter.
yeah, I guess.
All right, that's it for this week.
Adios.
Ciao, ciao.
All the superheroes, they always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure, they are